welcome to She Said What, the online lesbian talk show. I don't know if you guys drink Jamba Juice, but I think I do almost every day, and I heard some pretty disturbing news about it.
Yeah, I saw that in the news. Okay, what is it? Someone wrote...
You have to ask for your, they ask for your name when you order, so I'm like, oh, Orange Berry Blitz, they're like, your name, Lauren, whatever. So when the receipt comes out, they say, Lauren, Orange Berry Blitz, you take it. So this woman didn't give her name and saw the receipt after she had ordered her drink, and it said dyke on it because she looked like a lesbian.
Classic.
So, and yeah, what state was this in? This was in.
I didn't see.
I think it was somewhere in the Midwest, right?
Yeah.
Or it wasn't in New York or,
It wasn't in
Chicago or Seattle.
All lesbians everywhere should go in and start, when they ask your name at Jamba Juice, say dyke.
Yeah. Isn't it okay now to say
I think that people, you know, maybe intend it to be offensive, but when people call me dyke, I feel pretty proud because I've made my point. I'm a dyke. You recognize it.
Is that a double standard that you can say, oh, they're a bunch of dykes, a comedian or someone, oh, come on, we're all dykes here. But if someone at Jamba Juice,
I think the word dyke
sees
is
a lesbian, and
she was using it in a derogatory way. She wasn't
Yeah,
saying like, oh, you're a little dyke. That's so cute. Me too. She was like, that's the dyke.
You know, if you're gay and you're in a mainstream setting, it's problematic.
Yeah.
Always problematic, whether you're, and if you look gay, then it becomes more of a problem because you
can't hide it.
It's
Especially if you try to go to Jamba Juice and order a drink.
Right. I want to know,
So,
you know, if you're a DJ, does that make you gay?
And let's welcome Ashu Rai, DJ and party promoter.
So thanks for being here.
Thank you.
So tell us about your music.
My music. Well, my music is a hybrid of Bollywood, Bhangra, house, a little bit of 80s, which is sort of what I grew up on, of course. My music tastes go back to when I was in college. I was a college DJ at USF, spun at some lesbian bars in San Francisco, which aren't around anymore, of course. You know, sometimes lesbians can be very specific about the type of music they want to hear. So basically, fast forward a few years later, I was involved with the queer South Asian scene here in New York. So when I say South Asian, I mean India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, actually pretty much every country in the world because they're everywhere, including in the Caribbean as well. And so I was doing some organizing, and then September 11th happened, and you know, it was definitely a shock for all. Obviously, we were all very shell-shocked of what happened, but also our communities were affected in a lot of different ways, politically and socially. Friends of mine were, you know, dealing with a lot of harassment, and for us, when I say us, my two partners, who are both gay men from India and Pakistan, we decided that we needed a social space for South Asians, especially queer South Asians who were feeling marginalized.
There wasn't one before that?
There was one. We were doing a party through an organization called SAGA, South Asian Lesbian Gay Association, which you performed at. I remember your performance. We had you.
Is there anywhere you haven't performed?
I know.
She knows everybody. It's
Log cabin
awesome.
Republicans.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, so we were organizing the parties with SAGA, but then we decided we wanted to have a more regular monthly event, which is how we formed Sholay. Sholay is actually, my company is called Sholay Productions.
You're throwing a really big party coming up on the 24th.
Coming up on the 24th.
York, right?
We do a monthly party, and it's grown. We have at least 500 to 600 people who attend our event. I would say 70 or 80% are South Asian, but we're getting more and more non-South Asians who want to come to dance to Bollywood.
Yeah, so
I want to go.
I want to go too.
Yeah. If I come to your dance party, is there like a certain sort of move? You showed me kind of before.
Well, there's Bhangra, which is a percussive type of music from North India, which is where I'm from, and it originated from harvest time. When it was harvest time, men would beat their drums, and women and men would dance. And I mean, I hate to stereotype, but it's akin to kind of screwing a light bulb in.
Like,
you kind of shake around, just like this, just like that.
Nice.
And if you just keep doing that and sway with the move, you're good.
Do you have to use a specific hand?
No, just the movement.
She was just using the
other
hand.
You can use the other hand.
It's not to be confused with this.
No, not to be confused. But a lot of the music is
My 40-year-old
mixed in with familiarized house and reggae and dancehall beats.
Don't we have I think we have a clip of that.
Yeah, I do have a clip that actually one of the drag queen performances from our parties. We have great talented drag queens. Majority of them are from Pakistan, actually.
Let's take a look.
Who's the dancer in that clip? He was amazing.
That was Zina Davani, who's one of our famous Pakistani drag queens. Yeah, she's great.
Are you guys going to be at St. Patrick's Day, the St. Patrick's Day Parade?
I don't know if I'll be attending, but I mean,
Drag queens
come on, a bunch of drunk Irishmen. You know, that sounds like my place to be on Saturday.
too.
I think she'll be spinning.
On a float.
Yeah, with the drag queens.
Well, that's what they promoted.
Definitely. I'm sure they would love that.
Christine Quinn, has been making a bit of a fuss about it. She's kind of talked about it. She talked about her sadness about not being able to march in the Manhattan Parade because they have a rule that says that the gay lesbian population, Irish population, cannot march in the parade with their flag. I think you could just march, but you can't march with a flag that says that you're out.
So you just look like you're Irish instead of gay and Irish.
Right.
I'm going to take an unpopular opinion, probably, and say that if it's run by the church or by a private organization, I think they have the right to exclude whoever they want to exclude. Just like we would have the right to say we don't want Fred Phelps marching in our gay pride parade.
It seems oftentimes that when there is outright persecution of a particular group, people rally behind, the persecuted, no matter what their beliefs is. They're just like, oh, that's just wrong, you're being a bully. So how do you think people are going to feel now about John Edwards after Ann Coulter made such a lovely comment?
She's not helping us at all.
Do you think she's not helping us? She's getting a lot of flack, though. Even Republicans
but at the same time, it's like this. Why are we drawing so much attention to this?
I agree.
It's like, come on.
I don't know. She's blonde. She's outrageous. She's selling books. I mean, it's commercial.
She's selling a lot.
We live in a
books.
capitalist, world. She was on Fox the other day. I mean,
I think it's actually good for us to some degree because it's forcing the conservatives to sort of stake out a position that's more central than her. They're making, on the other hand, they're making the rest of the conservatives look more reasonable. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but
right.
If she came to the door at your party, would you let her in?
You wouldn't even know if it was her because it might be a guy in drag.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I've heard she has a lot of gay friends, which makes her comment even more puzzling. Yeah.
Do you have a website or anything
that
we could check out where you're DJ?
Yes, sholayevents.com.
how do you spell that?
SHOLAY. It means fire. Events.com.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Great. Well, that's all the time we have today for She Said What. Join us next week.